Sometimes people ask me for my opinion on what I think they should do in a certain situation. And then when I tell them what I actually think, they give me a little attitude and they're like, yeah, well, easier said than done. And that to me is wild. Obviously, it's easier said than done. Everything is easier said than done. That's just a given, no? At this point, you're not even contributing to a conversation that you asked me to contribute to. I was just minding my own business. You're not telling me why you might disagree. You're not expanding on this thought. You're not asking questions. You're just being dismissive. I think it's fair for the person who gave the advice to acknowledge that what they said is a simplified version of the reality of the demands of the situation. But for the receiving party to say that, oh my God, it's like if somebody asks you for directions out of the clown convention and you give it to them. And as soon as you do, they say, well, I can't teleport. And then they flip you off. That's so unnecessary. And I understand changing behavior is not that simple. But when we talk about the need for change, usually that means taking one step at a time in the right direction, not immediate results. Getting the results that we desire does take a certain level and frequency of discomfort that is challenging. But I think that if you're asking people for advice, it means that you're already in a challenging situation and you see the value of doing things differently. And I think it's totally fair to say, I just don't have the bandwidth right now, or this isn't the right approach for me. But I think it's something completely different for you to say, this has no value because it isn't easy. Because, yeah, it is easier said than done. But do you want to do it because it's easy or because it's worth it?